Hello everybody and welcome to the last follow along exercise. In this follow along exercise we are going to take the pictures which we've drawn in the various follow along exercises preceding this one, and we're going to join them all together into a final picture. I've taken the various drawings which we drew, the rock face, the tileable top part of the rock face, the eagle which we manually traced, and the tree which we used an Inkscape automatic algorithm to trace it. I just opened the drawing and I copied and I pasted it into a new drawing. Now what I'm going to do next is I'm going to click on File, Document Properties, Grids, and I'm going to add a grid, and I'm going to set the snap settings to be enabled, and I'm going to choose corner snap. The snap nodes I'm going to disable. I'm also, to prevent any kind of snapping interference, going to disable other points, but I'm going to keep enabled the snap to grids. Let's select our rock face tile and move it to the bottom left. Let's confirm that it is in the exact location where we want it. Yes. The x coordinate is 0, the y coordinate is 0, and the width is 200 and the height is 200. Let's copy it and paste it and move it up one. Let's confirm, yes, the x is 0, the y is 200, and the width and the height are of course the same. When it comes to this, we see that the width is actually a bit too wide. I'm going to set it to exactly 200 and I'm going to move it to the top of the stack. And indeed the x and y are as we expect them to be. Let's copy the whole stack now and move it to the right. Again and again. Yep. Now let's draw a rectangle. And let's open the dialog and remove the stroke and set the fill to be the same light blue as this part of the drawing. And now let's adjust the size. Like that. And let's set it all the way to the background. Now we would like the tree up here. Let's take these two tiles and ungroup them. We can delete this. Let's press undo. Let's take this one tile and ungroup it. And we can remove this part. We don't need it anymore. Let's move our tree up here. We see that it's behind the tile. This is not what we want. So let's move the tree all the way to the foreground. And let's move it up. Let's resize it a bit. Pressing Ctrl to ensure that the aspect ratio remains constant, and we want it behind the grass but above, in front of the sky. So let's move it down 1, 2, and something like this should be fine. Let's move this all the way to the background. No. like this. And let's place this ego. I'm going to mirror it. Excuse me. Let's select the whole ego and group the whole ego and then mirror it and resize the ego a bit and give the ego a small angle. Before I end the section, there's one more thing I'd like to show you. You may have noticed that even when you've very precisely put in your x and y coordinates and your width and your height, you still have a very small line between your tiles. This is an infinitesimally thin line, which is really annoying. And one way to get rid of that line is to select all your tiled objects and go to Object, Transform. We use the Transform dialog, and we're going to scale them all. We're going to scale them all proportionally, and we're going to apply to each object separately. And we're just going to apply a 0.1% scaling to both the width and the height. And let's see. And that should remove this infinitesimal line between the tiles. So, thanks for watching. See you in the next section. Bye bye.